Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another BJ&Co Rimworld video. We are continuing on our series of kind of introductions to the game, and we are going to be focusing on power and security today. We've gone through a couple other stuff in terms of growing, settlers, shelter. So on to some more of the long-term sustainability. Power is one of the unlimited resources in the game that you can use for all sorts of things as you progress. So we're going to focus on getting some power set up and then some basic things that you can do with power right off the bat. So first things first, to get power set up, you'll be looking at your power tab here. And you've got different types of generators you can use. There is a fuel generator and a solar generator available off the bat. There is also geothermal generators that you'll be able to use later on once you've researched them. And we also have wind turbines too, but I tend to stay away from wind turbines just because they take up so much space that you can't put buildings and things in. So I'm going to get us going. We're going to put one solar generator and I'm going to put it down. Let's go with there. Actually, I'll do two for good measure. I always like to put a little bit of space between them instead of jostling them right beside each other, because then if one has an issue and blows up or something along that lines, then you don't have to worry about everything being completely wrecked. So I will set everything and we'll get building on that. Now with power, solar's great. During the day you'll have power for everything, but at night there'll be nothing, or during an eclipse there'll be nothing. So what we're also going to do is we're going to set up some batteries to give us, whoa, a breakup. Oh, no longer in a relationship. How awkward. So we're going to put these batteries down, guys. And this is going to allow us to store the power generated during the day so that it will be available to us during the night. You can also see that I put some power conduits in between it that will allow the power to be transported from the solar generators all the way over to the batteries here. Now, batteries don't like being outside, so I would also suggest building them a room. A lot of space for the battery room, because I'm sure we will want some more in them down the line. But for now, that should be good. So we've got that going. As this is going, I'm going to talk a little bit about security. Now, to unlock security in our research, we actually need a research bench. But what we're going to be looking for is the gun turrets technology, which also requires microelectronics basics. So in order to get those, we want to get somebody to start working on it. So under the production tab, there is a simple research bench. And this can be inside or outside. It really doesn't matter. I'm just going to throw it outside for now, just for convenience sake. And it is one of those that you can use out of different materials as well, which is always nice. I'll get bias to prioritize working on that. And research does take time. So you'll want to probably set somebody dedicated on it right off the bat if everything else is under control. Like you've got enough food coming in, you're protected well enough. But we want to get gun turrets up because they are so great at defending your base without your colonists having to take any damage. Early on, you'll have a lot of people needing health, and just things are more on the edge when your colonists are in the line of fire. So if we can get them set up so that they can just stay behind the turrets and the turrets can tank most of the damage, it helps quite a bit. Okay, so now our research bench has been completed. We can click on the research tab and we're going to research microelectronics. It'll take 700 research to get it finished. So we will also assign somebody to do that. You can see only one person is researching right now. I'm going to set it all. But I'm also going to look and see 3 out of 2, 4 out of 2, 1 out of 2. I'm going to make it so that Lumi basically just hunts or just does research. So I'm going to get rid of everything except for that stuff at the top end. And now he should go and just hang out, or she should go and hang out at the research bench and keep researching. Also, you'll notice here that our solar generators are done. This yellow bar in the middle shows you how much power they're generating currently. It's pushing along, and you can see our batteries are slowly bringing power up within them. So that's great in that regard. It means we're building a stockpile of power for during the nighttime. And what I also will do while we're waiting on this stuff, let's see, under furniture, I'm going to throw a couple standing lamps down just so that we can see that power is actually being used. So Lumi is headed for research. You'll notice that as things progress, you'll see a nice blue line through here. Okay, yeah, so we've got Bias. Bias is working here right now. And you can see that this is slowly filling up. And I'll jump to when this is now completed. So while we're waiting for the research to finish up on the security stuff for us, we're going to take some use out of the power that we've got generated. You'll notice if we click on these food things that are being stashed in here right now in this stockpile that's preferred for food, it says not refrigerated in the bottom left here and spoils in 1 day. And that should be the same for the simple meals and everything. So what we want to do is we want to look in our temperature tab, and we can now use heaters and coolers. So we're going to take this cooler, and it's got a red and a blue side. The blue side is where it cools, the red side is where it heats up. And we're going to toss it into this room. And you'll notice that as we put it in there, it lights up the room with a light blue outline. And this tells you which it's going to refrigerate. So if we throw one down there, we'll actually be able to temperature regulate this room, which will then allow us to keep this food at a refrigerated temperature, which will be great. Things won't spoil as quick on us, which is always wonderful. So now that it's here, you have your temperature controls at the bottom. Right now it's sitting at 21 degrees as its target. We're going to drop that down to... let's go -2. Just keep it below 0 for now. And you'll notice in the bottom right that the temperature is now fluctuating between -1 and -2, which means as we click on this, it's frozen so it won't spoil, which is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So now research, hurry up. Faster, faster, faster. All right, guys, so here we have finished the microelectronics basics. So we're halfway there. Well, just about, slightly under. So we're going to go to our research screen and line up the gun turrets. We'll see you when this is finished. Okay, guys, so we have finally finished the gun turrets research, which is what we've been waiting for. It takes a little bit of time, but there we can go. Ooh, I will. Okay, this is gonna be good. We are gonna offer safety. He's coming from the top, so let's see what we can do. Under our architect, this is under security, where the turrets show up, and they cost 175 steel and 3 components. So I've got enough to make 5 right now, which is pretty sweet. So I'm going to stick one way out here. Try to think of which approaches people will come from. I am currently basing this one off of where this upcoming assault should be coming from, but I'm also going to throw one down on the bottom side. And I'm not going to use all of my components up, but I want to protect all my entrances if I can. Let's get these guys working on it. So we'll get our security up, and then once these are up, they will automatically fire at enemies, which is exactly what we are hoping for. So there, we have our power, we have some solar generators up, you can intersperse wind and fuel in there if you need, and research for geothermal over time. You've got battery storage to hedge your bets for any of those issues that come around, like a solar eclipse. And then we have got the research to build the steel improvised turrets, and we are working on them currently. So that is everything we want to talk about regarding power and production. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to smash that like button. If you want to see more Rimworld videos, I've heard a couple people say they would like to see some tutorials on drugs and the new stuff in Alpha 15, so that might be coming out shortly for you. But we want to hear from you down in the comments below. If you've got better ways to do this, tips and tricks that you'd like to share around, throw it down below and we'll pass it on. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you all next time.